Hola amigos, hola amigas, Dorian here from Hooverlux. Welcome, bienvenido, croeso y salam alaikum. Welcome to the channel y'all. Chesh, yakshimash and good day. So today we're going to be doing a product unboxing and demo, which is cooking. So it's a bit of a Tech Thursday, tech cooking, and today we have got the Breville Turn Your Creativity. This is a traditional crepe maker. Electronic, as you can see there with all the gadgets. So what we're going to do is we're going to unbox it, and we are also going to cook something. So I have a co-op batter mix for making Yorkshire puddings and pancakes. I got the eggs, we got everything. Let's get this unboxed and we will take a look and see how good it is. Now, this was sent to me by a subscriber who wants to remain anonymous, so that's not a problem, but do you know who you are? So thank you very, very much for this, and it'll definitely will get a lot of use because I absolutely adore pancakes, savory and sweet. So we're going to do sweet ones today. So let's get this unboxed and have a look and see what it's like. Okay, so I've got you guys here on top of the cooker. It's quite a big box, on top of the stove top, I should say. Let's spinach and pine nut crepe. Let's take it out of the box. Now these are like one of those gadgets that you probably use it for like 3 or 4 times and then it ends up going into the cupboard and then never getting used then for another like 6 years or something. But I do like crepes a lot. Like I said, I like savory crepes as well. This is a bit awkward to get out of the box. Come on, there we go. So if you can hear a hum in the background, I have the oven on as well because I'm cooking tea while I'm doing this. So that's the polished. Oh look, we have a little one of those little thingy-majigs to spread it out. It's very light. So what do we have underneath here? We've got Breville, made in Europe. It's 1,000 watts, made in the PRC, which is the People's Republic of China. So it's made in China. These are the heat settings on it here, if you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And there's an on and off button. That must be the power button, and then that's the button that must be tell you when it's heated up. This is the little spreader. So if you've seen them when you go to like the fairground or places like at the seaside and they sell crepes, they use these kind of like wooden things to to do the spreading. So give that a bash. Let's take off the plug cover. Quite a nice thick cord on it, but I can't see it being not very long. They don't make the cords long on these appliances for some reason. I guess because they assume that you'll be close to a plug socket, and yeah, so it has got a very short cable on it, and for some reason the cable comes out at the front, which I think is a bit stupid. They should have had it so the cable came out to the back, because the cable's kind of like in the way. I can't reach that plug, and I can't reach that plug either, so I'm gonna have to get my little extension thingy so that I can cook here on top of the stove. So that is way too short. Okay, let's have a look at the instructions. What do we got here? Product safety, blah blah blah. Features. Temperature control allows you to vary the temperature for your crepe maker. Ready to cook green light comes on when you switch on the crepe maker, goes out when your crepe maker reaches the temperature selected using the temperature control. On off button. Cold storage, wrap it up, spreader. Use the spreader, the batter evenly over the cooking surface, also known as a râteur, rake in French. Oh, okay. Using your crepe maker. When you first use your crepe maker, there may be slight odour, blah blah blah. Yeah, there always is. That'll disappear. Before cooking your first crepe, between cooking each crepe, grease the cooking surface with a piece of kitchen paper and some butter or oil. This will improve the flavour and colour of the crepe. Plug your crepe maker into a supply outlet. Route the mains cable underneath your crepe maker as shown. Well, if you do that, so if you, yes, okay, fine, round the back, like you say, and then I have this tiny short hose and I don't have a socket either side, so that's not very good. Set the switch, blah blah blah, temperature control. So that's dependent on how well you like your crepes. Set the temperature control to a high heat setting, 4 or 5, depending on how well you like your crepes. It's probably best to start on the lower set and increase it if necessary. When the green ready to cook light goes out, use a ladle to pour about 60 to 70 milliliters of the batter onto a cooking surface. Immediately start to spread out the batter as uniformly as possible using the spreader as shown. It takes a little bit of practice before you become a professional crepier. Allow the crepe to cook for about 60 to 90 seconds and then carefully use a plastic wooden spatula to flip the crepe over and cook for another minute. Stack the cooked crepes on top of each other on a warmed plate. Always spread the batter in a clockwise direction using a slight downward pressure. Always ensure that your batter is lump free. Strain the batter if necessary. To reheat a previously cooked crepe, set the temperature control to 2 or 3. Only use plastic accessories, so there we go. So you rub some oil on it, 2, 3, 4. Spread your batter, spread it around, and then flip it, cook it, eat it, stuff it. And these are, oh, okay, so it's actually, it comes with some recipes as well. I don't know if you can see that. Let me turn down the light. No, you still can't see. The book actually comes with some recipes, so that's really good. We've got Indian chickpea pancakes, Italian style fired pancakes, buckwheat bellinis, quesadillas, easy quesadillas. Oh, I like quesadillas. I don't know if you guys like quesadillas. Let me just turn this. There we go. Cured ham and cheese quesadillas. I like that. Banoffee crepes, chocolate chip pancakes, basic crepes, ricotta pancakes. Clean it, be careful, after sales, blah blah blah. Right, okay. You got the gist of it. What I need to do now, take that back off, there we go, is prepare the batter. So I'm going to prepare the batter now. Okay, so I've got my batter here all mixed up nicely. Let's put you down. Whoops. So as you can see there, lovely mixed up batter. Let me just adjust this lighting things to my potato in, hang on. There we go. So the batter here is now all mixed up perfect. I have got my extension cable here. So I'm just going to plug it in. I haven't switched the device on, I've just literally just plugged it in. Okay, so let me just adjust this lighting. There we go. So first of all I'm going to give it a little wipe over. Now this doesn't come off unfortunately for cleaning. I wish they would make these devices that the lids and stuff come off so you can clean them thoroughly. I happen to have here a little bit of butter that I'm going to use. Okay, let's switch it on and we can see there the power light has come on and the green light has come on there. Turn it up. Yeah, it's starting to heat up. Okay, let's put it on. This is a bit flimsy. This lever here is a bit iffy. It's not very sort of like sturdy to tell you where the temperature is. It doesn't seem like it feels like it's moving till it gets to number 2. So I'm not really wrapped in that. Okay, let's get it in the middle. It's slightly heating up. I've got my rake here for raking it up. Let me get a little spoon. I'm gonna spoon a little bit of butter onto there. And it is melting. Let me turn it up to like number 4. And I'm just going to spread this butter around, and I'm going to use this rake because I kind of feel that if the rake is oiled, then the crepe mix, batter mix, won't stick to it too much. Right, let me get another little plate. Let's wait for it to reach temperature like it says here. It's definitely heating up. I think you could do like little bits of meat on this for like, what do they call it? Teppanyaki. Be a bugger to clean though. So the instructions say the green light will go out when your crepe maker reaches the temperature selected. So that will go out once it's reached its temperature. I'm going to turn it down a bit because it does feel a bit hot. So we're just waiting now for this little green light here, if you can see, to go out. That's better. Well, it hasn't gone out yet, but it seems to have reached temperature. So I'm going to ladle it on, and I am now going to spread my batter, which has gone everywhere, far where I wanted it to go. Hang on. It did say in the instructions it takes a bit of practice. Okay, I'm just going to leave it there. Oh, this is terrible lighting. Hang on a second. There we go. You what, sorry? That's nice. Okay, so I'm just going to check it. I wonder if that was because if I had it on too high. We'll see anyway. Let the crepe cook. Okay, I've turned you around to see if that'll give better. That should be better. It's coming off at the edges, which is good. So the green light has gone off. This one is a little bit lumpy in the middle because I didn't spread it enough. How long did it say to cook? Alexa, stop. Alexa, set a timer for 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Starting now.
Thank you. As I told you, I'm cooking tea while I'm doing this as well. Okay, let's give it a flip. Ooh, that's sizzling lovely. I'm gonna get 2 plates and put the 2 plates here. So that's quite good actually, because like it said, you can cook all your crepes beforehand and then you can just reheat them on this on a lower temperature. So we'll do the first one together, and then the rest then I will do on fast forward. That's not too bad for the first pancake, I have to say. I think that is possibly edible. Let's just let it cook. I made the batter nice and runny and thin, like they said, to make thin crepes.
You know what the main ingredient of that batter is?
What?
Cellulite.
Cellulite, yeah. And who will we have in the first one? Herbilex. So what's your favourite topping on pancakes, on crepes?
Butter and sugar.
Do you like crepe Suzette?
Is that with the orange sauce?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I like crepe Suzette as well. I've never had crepe Suzette sort of like done in the restaurant. You know when they flambe it? I've never had that.
Long time ago,
Right, I think that one is done. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fold it over onto 4, like a crepe Suzette style. I'm going to put it on the plate. And then I'm going to put another plate on top of it.
Dexter wants cat Suzette.
Dexter's not having crepes.
Ew.
Dexter will shit the eyes through a needle. Right, so I'm just going to rub some butter over my surface. And I'm going to take a spoonful of batter. And then use my spreader. That's not working very well. Take my spreader again.
Let's actually put more batter on that than I thought you would. It's like a spoon and a half, isn't it? A ladle and a half.
Yeah. I think this is sticking. I think I'm going to wash this while that's doing. Perhaps you should wipe the stick after every use.
Dogs will lick it. That will help to stop it sticking.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put a little bit of oil on this plate, and then I will soak. Well, that didn't work. I need a bigger, flatter plate. Will it fit in this? No. If I take a big plate this time, barely, but I'll leave it soaking in that, and hopefully if it's soaking up some oil, it might just not stick. Right, let's check. Because this stupid thing was sticking. It's a little bit lumpy there. I think it'll be alright. We'll just drown it in sugar. It'll be fine. It's only going to make like 4 crepes.
That's what I mean. It takes a lot more than what I thought. I thought it'd be like a couple of spoonfuls.
Give it a flip. I think it'll be alright.
You need to make one of those crepe cakes with 100.
Oh,
layers.
yes. Oh.
It'll take a long time to do it, but
You can do it for your next birthday, for your 50th.
what, 15 years time?
Ah.
We'll do it for the 35th issue.
35th stone.
Yeah.
Right, let's just let this cook. I tell you what I'm going to do now, because I'm going to cook these up. Let's do this in fast forward and come back to you. Okay, so we're on with the last crepe, and I'm not having much success with this at all. On this pancake, I thought I would give it a go with the oil, using oil instead of the butter, but again it just stuck to it there, and then just sort of like tore it. I guess there is a knack to using it, because I've seen people use it, like I said, at the fairground and the seaside, so I know it can be done. So I'm just going to flip this last one over and pop it in with the others. So I'm going to turn the machine off. I'm going to gently move it out the way. And I think we're gonna have a little taste test. So, let me take one of the crepes that I made before. And I'm gonna add some maple syrup to this one. Just like so. Take a little fork. Yeah, they taste nice. I'm not really wrapped in the batter mix, to be honest. Let me turn you around. So there we go, there's my little crepe. Let's just put the lighting on me. There we go, that's better. So I have taken a couple of mouthfuls. I'm not that wrapped in the batter, but it cooks them really well. This is going to take some getting used to, but all in all, it's like any of these gadgets that you buy. I mean, are you really gonna be using it on a daily basis? Do you know what I mean? What types of gadgets have we had in the past before? We had the chocolate fountain. What happened to that at the end? We binned one of them, didn't we? Because we couldn't clean it. It was near on impossible to clean. What other gadgets?
Gave us a soup maker.
Yeah, I run about stuff in the past. The juicer.
Yes.
How long did that last?
Yeah.
Exactly, fads. Nom nom nom. So anyway, it's not too bad. I wish the cord on it was a little bit longer. It does heat up really well. I have to say that it does heat up good. And it doesn't take too long to cook the pancakes. This is a little bit fiddly, and then you've got a lot more to clean up. I mean, really, you use a frying pan, so there's no... Do you really need an electric crepe maker? Not really. Is it a bit of a novelty? Yes. Is it good quality? It seems a bit plasticky to me, and a bit sort of like flimsy, the edge of it. Let me show you. The edge of it around here seems a little bit flimsy, but I don't know. It's all right. It's okay. I'll keep trying it and see what I think of it. Okay, so we're back with part 2 of the pancake maker, the crepe maker, because I wasn't happy with the recipe for the pancakes yesterday for the crepes. That packeted one was awful, so I've been online today and I've got one here from the BBC Good Food website for another recipe. So what I'm going to do is follow this recipe, and I'm going to double it. So we're on grams, and it says 100 grams of plain flour. So I'm just going to see. Actually, I'm going to triple it. So we've got 300. Or should I quadruple it? Shall I triple it? No, I'll triple it. Triple it is fine. So I'm going to triple it. So it's 100 grams of plain flour, but I've put in 300 grams of plain flour. So I've got the 300 grams here. It's 2 eggs, so I have got 6 eggs to put in. So the instruction says, and a pinch of salt, so that's the salt. Crack the eggs into the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 eggs. Pour in about 50 mils of the milk from 3, so it's 900 mils of milk. Let me get a jug. And I'm going to measure out 900 mils of milk. Oops. Need to get another milk. Ooh, yeah, it's got splashing everywhere. Let me tip it the other way. Okay, 900 mils of milk. Make a well in the center, crack the eggs into the middle, pour in about 50 mils of the milk and oil. So you need a tablespoon of oil. So let me just get a spoon. So it's going to be 3 tablespoons of oil. 1, 2, 3 tablespoons of oil. Just make sure you can see what I'm doing, yes. Blah, 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 blah. Right. Whisk to hand. Pour in some of the milk and whisk. Okay, so I've done that, and then it's asking me to pour the rest of the milk in slowly while you whisk it. So it's asking for the consistency of slightly thick single cream. So I've added a little bit more flour into it because I found that it was just a little bit too runny. And with Shrove Tuesday coming up, it's good practice. So it is like thick single cream. So I'm just making sure that there are no bits of flour around the edge. And I'm going to continue to whisk for for a minute more. Okay, so that's done. That is whisked and to the consistency of thick single cream. I'm just going to move that out the way. Okay, let's see what you can see. Everything, okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch it on. I'm not going to put it on high, I'm going to put it on number 4. This dial is a bit floppy, it's not very good. And what I have done is here, you can see I have got the spreading thing and I've got it soaking in, well, it was warm water, so I can rinse it off after every use. So we've got the mix there, we've got the water and the spreader there. Next thing I have to do is for oiling up this. So I'm going to put a little bit of the oil on. And I've got a piece of cloth here that I'm going to use. So I'm going to get a little saucer, a little bowl. I'm going to put some oil in the bowl. And this is what I'm going to use to spread the oil around. So I'm just going to leave that reach temperature. And I have a cup here, so I'm going to try this cup to make the first pancake. I have got everything I need. I'm going to move the recipe to one side. These are the plates that I'm going to put the crepes on once I've cooked them. And I got another plate there. Enjoy your walk. Gilligan's going for a little walk. Oh, it's snowing as well. So we're just going to wait for that to reach temperature. Okay, so we got everything ready. It's reached temperature. I've been watching YouTube videos today on how they spread the crepes, I think. So let's have a look. And they seem to be leaving them on there for a few seconds and then spreading them around. And they just seem to drag it around. I think I put a bit too much mix on that one. Whoops. Spillage. Just make sure it's evenly spread. It's like spreading wallpaper paste. So that seems to be a lot better, but I think I'm going to have to use a smaller mug because that was too much. So I'm going to use this cup. Now I have to leave it, clean up the mess. I just was not impressed with that packet mix at all yesterday. I didn't like it at all. So that's steaming away nicely. So now I have to leave it. I'm going to scrape away the little bits that I made because it was a bit too much. I'm just going to check it. Oh yeah, that's good. That's cooking really good. Let's just check the underneath. Yep, okay, now it's time to flip. Wow, that turned out good. That turned out so much better than yesterday's. Back over. It does make really nice crepes, but again, like I said earlier when I was doing it yesterday, I mean, it's not something that you're going to be doing every day, is it, crepes? But that does do a really nice job. I leave it on there for a bit longer. The temperature does need to be a little bit higher, which is good. From what I read from the YouTube videos, or what I saw, I mean. Okay, so that's one. So, God, it's huge. So what I'm going to do, like yesterday, is to flip them over, pop them on the plate, pop a lid on. Okay, so the next one, let me just rub some oil over there. Take my cup. Leave it on. Spread it around. And make a nice it's all spread evenly. Excellent. Now these crepes that I'm making, they're going to be savoury and sweet crepes. I already have the filling done, that's just in the microwave. I'm just slowly reheating that. Let's have a quick look. And flip. One thing I will try on this, I will try making the American pancakes. I've got a recipe for that in my Betty Crocker book. I'll take a little look at that, and I'll do another demonstration another day. But I'll use the American pancakes. Cook a little bit longer. The first one I did is very nice. I'm just going to fold it over on the nice side. Put the lid back on. I think 'cause it's got a nice even temperature, it seems to cook kind of quick, and you can't really go wrong on it. It seems to be a little bit easier to do it than on the frying pan. I do have to say, now I've done this for the second time. That one's done, so I'm going to flop that one over. Pop that underneath. Get my oil. My cup. Leave it for a second, and then spread it around. Making sure that I don't. Okay, so I'm going to put you on fast forward now while I finish off doing the rest of these crepes. Okay, so this is the last one cooking. I've done a little bit of cleaning up as well. So this is a kind of just a tomato-based bolognese sauce that I cooked in big batch, and then I freeze up these little containers like that. So let's just flip it over, turn it off, and off at the mains. Flip this one over like so. I'm just going to put the plate over there. So I'm going to take the bottom crepe, and I've got my big spoon. And there's one. I'm going to take another spoon. Yep. I'm going to do 3 of these. Like so. Pour the rest of the sauce on top. And add a little bit of salt. Let me just grab a knife and a fork. Let's bring you down. And there we go, we have savoury pancakes. Let's dig in. There we go. That is really, really nice. Now, a lot of people don't think about doing savoury crepes, but they are absolutely delicious. The other one, which is my favourite as well, is like a chicken korma sauce with chicken in it. You can do anything. You can do anything with these. You don't have to have them sweet. You can have them savoury as well. So I'm going to finish eating this and come back, and then we'll have some dessert ones. Well, I have to say that was absolutely delicious. And I enjoyed... I enjoyed every mouthful. I wish you were here to taste it because it was really nice. Now we move on to desserts. Crepes for main, crepes for dessert. Okay. I am going to sprinkle on some sugar and some lemon juice. And I like them rolled up like so. And take another one. Another spoon of sugar and some lemon juice. Oh, go on, we'll go for a third. Go on, may as well. As you can see, these seem to be kind of like pretty tough. A little bit more sugar. Lemon juice, roll them up, just gone to the fridge for a little bit, if I can open it, of Canadian maple syrup. That's it. And there we go. Now I'm going to eat my dessert. Well, I am back and I am absolutely stuffed, but it was well worth it. So part one of this video, I wasn't really impressed with it. I wasn't really impressed with the batter mix. But after doing some research on how to use the spatula thing and making my own recipe up with the pancake mix or the crepe mix, it definitely did come out really, really well. So I would suggest Googling. I will take a photograph of this and I will put it on the page for you. But it was very, very simple. Batter mixes are really, really easy. I've never really found one of the pre-mixed ones to my liking, to be honest. I shouldn't have used it. I should have just made my own up yesterday. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that. It did turn out good in the end. And yes, I do like this machine. It did cook them all even. Maybe it isn't something that I'm going to use on a daily basis, but making the savoury crepes and then having the sweet crepes is definitely nice if you're thinking of doing like an entree or a main course for a meal. You can even sort of like put cheese on it on the crepe and then sort of like put it under the grill to toast the cheese on the top of it. It's very, very versatile making savoury crepes. But if you just want it for Shrove Tuesday, then I can recommend it. This is very nice. Turn the temperature up a little bit higher, I would, for cooking them. And yeah, just practice with it, and practice makes perfect. So it did work out good in the end. I'm going to give this a bit of a clean up the mess, and put it away in the cupboard for another day. I will do another video using this, and I will do the American style pancakes on it and see how they turn out that way. But again, second time, thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye, y'all.